enter the code and caused Oceanic Flight 815 to crash on the island. The island's original inhabitants were not pleased to have visitors.
Goodwin! You run, you can make that shore in an hour. Ethan, get up there to that fuselage. There may actually be survivors. Go.
This is not your island. This is our island.
The oceanic survivors would soon meet the island's original inhabitants. They would call these people the others.
Hello, Jack.
Their leader was a man named Benjamin Linus, and he would do anything in his power to protect the island.
If any of them are stupid enough to get in your way, kill them.
Hey, welcome to the island, man.
Ben Linus came to the island as a young boy when his father joined the Dharma Initiative, but it was not a pleasant experience.
I'm stuck here on this island with you.
Then one day, Ben met the others.
Take me with you.
You're gonna have to be very patient.
So Ben waited, and when he became a young man,
Goodbye, Dad.
he did whatever it took to help the others protect the island from outsiders like the Dharma Initiative.
You want us to go get his body?
No, leave him out there.
Ben joined the others and rose to power as their leader. He raised a daughter and was a devoted servant to the island. But when John Locke arrived, Ben felt threatened by Locke's special communion with the island.
You've been here 80 days, John. I've been here my entire life. So how is it that you think you know this island better than I do?
Though not all of the others regarded Locke as a threat.
When word got back here that there was a man with a broken spine on the plane who could suddenly walk again, well, people here began to get very excited.
Locke joined the others and would soon become their new leader. But one of them wanted desperately to leave.
I want to go home.
That's not our agreement. You need to stay here until your work is finished.
We're here.
Juliet was a fertility specialist. She was recruited by the others to find out why women on the island could not have children.
I think it happens at conception. There's nothing I can do about it, at least not here.
The situation appeared hopeless, so Juliet joined the oceanic survivors in hopes of finding a way home.
I want to know about your research. What happens to pregnant women?
They all die.
Sun and Jin were from Korea, and despite their very different backgrounds, they fell in love.
이 반지로 당신에게 서약합니다.
Their wedding was joyful, but their marriage soon darkened. And Sun planned an escape from Jin when the two were in Sydney. Life on the island brought them closer,
You're pregnant?
and they fell in love once again. But Sun's pregnancy put her in danger.
Your wife is very sick. If she doesn't get off this island, she will die.
But there was new hope for rescue. After nearly 90 days on the island, a freighter arrived off the coast. So Jack led his group to a radio tower to make a call for help.
I'm one of the survivors of Oceanic Flight 815. Can you get a fix on our location?
Hell yeah, we can.
They believed they'd finally found a way home. The group from the freighter arrived by helicopter.
Who are you?
I'm Daniel Faraday. I'm here to rescue you.
What's his story?
Half the stuff he says goes way over my head, the other half goes way, way over.
Daniel Faraday was a physicist who devoted his life to the study of time travel. He came to the island with a science team and their pilot, Frank Lapidus. But rescuing the oceanic survivors was not the primary mission.
This is Charles Widmore, the man whose boat is parked offshore.
What does he want?
Charles Widmore wants to exploit this island, and he'll do everything in his power to possess it.
Charles Widmore was a wealthy and powerful man who at one time was the leader of the others.
I'll be seeing you, boy.
He was banished from the island and swore vengeance on Ben. Widmore's freighter also carried a team of mercenaries with orders to capture Ben.
Get your ass out here right now.
I'm not coming out of this house.
And in the process, Ben's daughter Alex was murdered.
So if you want to kill her, go ahead and do it.
So the survivors and the others made a deal and joined forces to defeat the mercenaries.
The helicopter is yours. You have a safe journey back.
So we can go off the island. That's it?
That's it.
You say something to tick you off, Freckles?
With Widmore's mercenaries defeated, the survivors were eager to leave the island, but John Locke chose to stay and had one request for Jack.
You have to lie about everything. It's the only way to protect you.
It's an island, John.
It's not an island. It's a place where miracles happen.
Let's go, Freckles. Seen enough of this rock.
Jack led a group to the freighter by chopper, as the science team shuttled others by boat. But the chopper was leaking fuel.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better for a few 100 pounds lighter. Hey.
So Sawyer acted quickly.
Sawyer!
And as he made his way back to the island,
There it is, the boat, I see it.
the chopper reached the freighter only to find it was rigged with explosives.
Chug it up! It's Jim! Chug it up! Turn around! We can't do it!
Sawyer reached the island,
What are you doing here?
believing his friends were safe.
That our boat?
It was.
Meanwhile, Locke began his new role as leader of the others.
Welcome home.
And Ben descended to a cavern deep below the Orchid Station to move the island and ensure that Charles Widmore would never find it again. But the act of moving the island created a profound side effect.
Anyone?
Where's the freighter? A minute ago, that boat was coughing black smoke. Now there's just nothing.
The oceanic survivors and the freighter scientists were taken on an extraordinary journey.
Whatever Ben Linus did down at the Orchid Station dislodged us.
Dislodged us from what?
Time.
They flashed through numerous time periods on the island.
What year is it right now?
It's 1954.
During one flash,
Jin.
Sawyer?
they reunited with Jin, who was very much alive. But the flashes were slowly killing them. Locke believed he knew how to save everyone left behind.
This is all happening because they left.
We have to go back to the Orchid.
Excuse me?
That's where all this started. Maybe it's where it'll all stop.
Hello, John. I'm here to help you the rest of the way.
Locke turned the same wheel Ben had turned,
Say hello to my son.
and the flashes stopped.
I think it's over. I think John did it.
Now what?
Now we wait for him to come back.
After John Locke turned the wheel, Sawyer and Juliet were left stranded in 1974. Along with Jin and Miles, they joined the Dharma Initiative on the island and soon became fixtures in the community.
Hey, boss.
Edith?
Sawyer was named head of security, Juliet became a mechanic,
Something smells good.
and the two made a life together on the island.
I love you.
I love you too.
When John Locke turned the wheel, he was transported to the Tunisian desert 3 years in the future to 2007. He soon received help from Charles Widmore.
All your friends who left the island, they've been back 3 years. They've gone back to their normal lives.
I have to bring them back.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you do that.
So Locke set out to convince his friends to come back to the island.
I'm not going back.
The answer is no.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you.
I only need to convince one, and if I can do that, the rest will come.
Locke's task was difficult, but it was about to become dangerous. Locke's misfortune gave him one more chance.
What are you doing here? We have to go back.
Because it's our destiny. How many times are you going to say that to me?
Goodbye, John.
Your father says hello.
What?
He said his name was Christian.
He died in Australia 3 years ago. I put him in the coffin. He's dead. You leave me alone. And you leave the rest of them alone.
Locke believed he had failed, but in his despair,
Come on.
Ben Linus found an opportunity to get back to the island and assume his old role.
I know where we go. There's a woman